There are so many black women who are single mothers who are raising children alone. Then where are the fathers? Where are the active fathers at? Okay, now black men will vehemently stress that there are so many single black women out here raising children alone, and that's why the children are run amok, and that's why they're out here, acting the way that they are, because they're being raised by their single mothers. And where are the active fathers? Why aren't the fathers present? Why aren't you guys valuing family and building your family dynamic? Why aren't you in the household? Where are the fathers? And why aren't the men holding each other accountable for being fathers? I can hold women accountable all day for who they allow in their cat and who they form relationships with, and black women should hold themselves accountable to that. Absolutely. But why are the fathers walking away from their responsibility? Why are there so many single mothers out here that are raising their children alone? Where are the daddies?
Number one, men are holding other men accountable. See, when it comes to men, we could hold each other accountable, but that's not necessary. You know why it's not necessary? Because we could hold our own self accountable. We take accountability. Not only do we take accountability, we will hold ourselves accountable. A man will look in the mirror at himself and say, where did I mess up at? Where did I mess up at? And then we will move accordingly after we figure that out. Once we figure out where we messed up at, we're going to move accordingly. We learn from our mistakes, unlike the women. You talking about where are we holding each other accountable at? We don't need each other to hold each other accountable, because a man learns from his mistakes. Like I said in my past videos, men are solution based. We're always finding the solution for our problems. So we don't need each other to hold each other accountable. We're going to hold ourselves accountable. But even if we don't hold ourselves accountable, best believe we do have somebody, we do have another man that's going to hold us accountable. That's the difference between men and women. We hold ourselves accountable. But unlike y'all don't hold yourself accountable. So you talk about where's the man holding us accountable? Where's the woman holding you accountable? Women. Because as I say in my videos, y'all think I be lying in these videos? I'm speaking from experience. I'm a man. I'm speaking from experience. Right? We want a unit. We want a household. We want companionship. We want a wife and a family and a happy household. That's what we want. But unfortunately, when it comes to family dynamics and family relationships, what does a man have to put up every day when he comes home sometimes after busting his behind at work? What does he come home to? I said it before in my videos. I'm not going to repeat it again. Right? So you talk about where's the man, right? A lot of the times, not even a lot of the times, most of the times, it's the woman who forces the man out. Not only does she force him out, she doesn't even want him there. Because you got 3 generations of single mothers. This single mother thing isn't new. What does the Bible say? Nothing new is under the sun, right? This single mom stuff isn't new. So if you hook up with a single mom, no. I'm sorry. If you hook up with somebody who is raised by a single mom, then 9 times out of 10, she's not going to stay loyal to you, and she's going to leave you, fellas. Because she's seen her mom do it. And when she's seen her mom do it, she thinks she's going to be successful at doing the same thing she's seen her mom do. She was like, well, mom did it on her own. Yeah, mom didn't have it like that, but guess what? She found a way. I see mom work 3 jobs to make Christmas happen, right? She see her mom cool with her baby daddies, not baby daddy, cool with her baby daddies. She seen that mom had a happy family with the baby daddies on the holidays. Baby daddy number 1 and 2 came over on the holidays. And she was like, oh, we still a happy family. And she think she can make it happen that type of way. She think it's going to be cool that type of way. Sometimes they following their mom's footsteps. That's what happens. They following their mom's footsteps to where you got 3 generations of single mothers in one home sometimes. 3 generations of single mothers in one home. And then they give their daughter the game, and then they pass it on to their other daughter, pass it on to the other daughter, pass it on to the other daughter. Food stamps and welfare. Pass it on to the next one. Yeah, girl, this is how you work the system. You do this, da 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 da. Once you have a baby item, put them on child support. Get that welfare, get them food stamps, da 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 da. And you talk about where the father's at. And then it be the good man who be the one that fall victim to this system. It be the good man who fall victim to the system of child support. What's the name of that crap? Where when they get married, when they marry the woman, matrimony. What's it called? Oh my gosh, I can't think of it. You know what I'm saying? They fall victim to child support and somebody help me out. What's the word? You know, they gotta then pay those payments. It's always the good men. You ask where the father's at, right? You asking where the father's at? It's always the good guys. It's always the good men who end up being deadbeat dads. It's crazy. You could turn a good man into a deadbeat dad. That's what you see happening. You see a lot of good men turning into deadbeat dads. Just think about that. That's a fact. You got men's working their behinds off to make ends meet, to pay for their payments, to pay for their bills at their own house. They got to pay for rent. They got to pay car payments. They got to pay insurance for their car. They got to pay rentals insurance. They got to pay rent. They got to pay the water bill. They got to pay their phone bill. And then on top of all that, they got to pay child support. So after paying all that, how is he supposed to be there for them kids? This man got to work 80 hours, 100 hours a week. If he got to work 100 hours a week, how he going to be there for his kids? And then you be like, oh, he's a deadbeat dad. He not there for his kids. This man got to work. He busting his behind just to make ends meet. And then he can't even really be there for his kids the way he want to be. But then you blame the man. When it's you who are disloyal, disrespectful, unappreciative. You got a whole good man right in front of you, but you don't even see it. You don't even pay attention to it. Right? Y'all go for them Pookies and Ray Rays and all that. Y'all cheat on the good men. So let's not, y'all cheat. Huh? Where the good men at? Where the daddies at? You was with the daddy, but guess what? You cheated on the daddy. How about that? Yeah. How about that? You cheated on the daddy. You was at work. You had a work husband. You had a work husband. You had the manager. You had the Pookie and Ray Ray. You had the janitor. You had the milkman. You had whoever. The maintenance man. I know the maintenance man because I was the maintenance man. Huh? Yeah. You cheated on that man. And you think he wasn't going to figure it out, and he figured it out, and guess what? He's not there. So you wonder where the man is at? What? Are you really asking that question? And you saying, where's the men holding the other men accountable? Where's the woman holding the woman accountable? Women? You talking about the men? Where are you holding your fellow women accountable? Because 9 times out of 10, the man was trying to be there. I said it so many times in my videos. When a man has a family, when a man has a family unit, when he has kids, a wife, and all that, he knows the importance of that, and he's going to want to keep that together. It's not the man who's breaking the families up. It's not the man who's breaking the family up in 2026, lady. It's the woman who's breaking the family up in 2026. That's what's happening. If you want to wonder why the man's not in the household and these families are not together, 9 times out of 10, it's the woman who messed the family unit up. And don't get me wrong. We do have dudes out here who's doing dirt too. We do have Pookies and Ray Rays and all that, right? And what do y'all say to us every time we pick somebody wrong, or every time a family doesn't end up working out? What do y'all say to us? What do even men say to us? Right? Well, you should have picked better. That's what they say. If a dude gets done dirty and his wife cheats on him, divorces him, leaves him, does him dirty, disrespectful to him, all that bad stuff, what do y'all say? Well, you should have picked better. Isn't that what y'all say? And the same goes for y'all. So if you wondering where the men are at, well, you should have picked better. How about that? And that's all I got to say about that. Y'all have a good night, everybody. Y'all have a good night. I'm about to go to my ex-wife's house and spend the night.